Meghan Markle reportedly can't find the hospital her dad is currently staying in. So I've got a little bit of advice for Megsy. She might want to ask the internet instead. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Megsy reportedly is trying to find the hospital her dad is currently staying in and having a little bit of trouble locating it. Well, I do have a little bit of advice for Megsy because she might want to ask the internet instead. Why am I saying all of this? Well, first and foremost, let's start at the beginning because it's been reported that Megsy doesn't know which hospital her father is currently staying in. According to Richard Barmer, he's saying on X that Megsy has been phoning around hospitals in Cebu, the Philippines, trying to locate her father, and where he's undergoing treatment for a blood clot, it's understood. But it's been claimed she doesn't have a number for him and he doesn't have his mobile with him. Now, this is the thing, right? How do we know so publicly that Megsy's calling around the hospitals in the Philippines to find a father? And I'm just asking for a friend here. Because as Queer Lips of Truth II asks here, and she's leaking this to the press, someone's leaking Megsy's search for a father and which hospital he's in to the press. Who's doing that? Could it be Megsy herself? It's even being reported that Megsy's contacting the reporters at the Mail to try and find out which hospital her dad's at. Here, as Royally Sage is sharing, it's understood that Megsy has contacted reporters at the Mail to provide any means of contacting her father, as well as the name of the hospital where he's being treated, but had not received any response. Now, Royally Sage has commented on this, saying, so Megsy's idea of trying to find her dad's contact is to reach out to her WhatsApp group. The jokes are writing themselves. She doesn't care at all about her dad. Now, Royally Sage says right here, do you know what? Ultimately, you shouldn't be having any trouble trying to find the hospital because the hospital's actually made a comment to the press. It's not hard then to find out where your dad is, which hospital he's staying in. And this is the thing, Royally Sage is absolutely correct because the Daily Mail, with permission from Thomas Markle Sr., was able to speak to the hospital. And the hospital has said publicly that Mr. Markle is a VIP patient. Of course, we all know who he is. If Meghan or anyone connected with her had called here, we would have known. It's a big hospital by Filipino standards, but we all know each other and we all talk. We were all confused when we saw the story that the Duchess had reached out to her dad. As far as we're aware, it didn't happen. We'd love to see the Duchess here in the Philippines. Now, this is the thing, right? Megsy's asking reporters, right? She's going through her contacts to try and find which hospital her dad's staying at. Well, guess what? She should absolutely just leave that, yeah? And ask the internet instead. Because the internet found him. As according to Taz mentions here, here's a tip. Call the hospital that's on his hospital gown. This is utter BS. Here you go. It's on his hospital gown, UC Med. And you Google it. There you go. A1, Wanavo Avenue, Philippines, Mandaue, University of Cebu Medical Center, UC Med. And if that's not clear enough for Megsy, here is the Office of Indy literally spelling it out for her. Tell her to call UC Med. And if she doesn't know how to Google UC Med to try and find the hospital's number, then she really doesn't have to worry about that. Because as Royally Sage says right here, the internet remains undefeated. There's unbelievable times on X is like, here's the number, Megsy. Now, it looks like opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that Megxie may actually be giving the appearance of wanting to see her dad rather than actually wanting to do so in the first place, right? Because Riley Sage is on fire with this particular story. I'm telling you that right now. She makes a good point here. Rachel is spending more time giving a play-by-play of nonsense to the press than actually trying to contact her dad or see him. Because, as I've said earlier on, someone's leaking to the press, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, that Megs is on the search for the hospital that her dad's staying at. And giving these updates as to what's happening, who she's contacting, this, that, and the other, the reporters, the Mail, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? So someone's briefing the media on that. So it's giving the appearance that Megs is wanting to see her dad, but does she actually want to do so? Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, not a chance. But regardless of her trying to make out that she can't find her father, or she's having difficulty trying to locate the exact hospital that he's in, well, guess what? The internet found her dad. As Riley Sage says right here, get off your lazy soulless backside and make real contact. And she should really just stop dilly-dallying about. As Nancy Sidley from the Sidley Twins simply puts right here, get on a plane, you freaking moron. Because let's remember, right, from what Meghan's mole says here, making a good point, yeah? So here, Meghan's mole says that Meghan Markle had no issues getting to Uvalde within days of the school massacre to get her photo taken to make her appear compassionate. Meghan also made sure to drive over 2 hours from LA to Altadena while fires were still burning to trespass, allegedly, on people's burnt down properties, then sold the images to TMZ. How about when Meghan used the memorial of a 19-year-old girl who was intimately attacked and unalived to merch her outfit on Dress Like a Duchess? Megxie is a tragedy ghoul and a disaster tourist. Yeah. She has no issues doing all of that, but all of a sudden, reportedly, she's got issues trying to locate her dad as to which hospital he's actually in. Well, the internet's found him, so instead of her trying to speak to the reporters, this, that, and the other, she needs to contact the internet. And this is the thing. If she does manage to find her father, right, and visit him in hospital, then, yeah, Samantha Markle has a warning for Megxie. And if that bitch face tries to see dad, she will be searched for recording devices and wires. Don't you think you're going to get near dad for a photo op for Netflix or anyone else? Let's just get that clear up. Front blocked at the pass. In other words, if Megxie does manage to find her dad, right, does manage to contact the internet, we give her all the information that she needs to pop on over to the Philippines and see her dad face to face. Yeah, Samantha Markle's like, don't think you're going to get in that easily. You are getting patted down to make sure there's no recording devices. You are not using this as some form of sick photo op to try and repair your image. That's just not happening. But that's only if she manages somehow to find her father, right? And somehow not have it in her head to contact the internet, seeing as that we found him in the first place. She's absolute freaking moron. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. What do you think to Megxie reportedly not being able to find which hospital her dad's in, but the internet has? Like, you can't make this shit up even if you tried. What do you think to this nonsense? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.